What if I told you that your body still holds the secret to powerful, natural erections? Even if you're 70, even if you're 80. No pills, no surgery, no embarrassment. Just 1 minute, one spot, and your own 2 hands. Most men go their entire lives without realizing that the answer has been right beneath them all along. And when you learn how to touch this spot correctly, the response is immediate, sometimes within seconds. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist. For over 30 years, I've helped men across America restore their vitality, rebuild confidence, and rediscover the strength they thought was gone for good. And what I'm about to share with you is backed by both ancient practice and modern medical science. Now, here's what makes this so fascinating. The spot I'm talking about isn't your penis, and it's not your prostate, at least not directly. It's a hidden bridge between both. A single point that connects the nerves, muscles, and blood vessels responsible for male performance. Stimulate it the right way, and your entire system wakes up like flipping a master switch for potency. In this video, I'll show you exactly where this spot is, how to massage it safely, and how to use it to bring back firm, spontaneous erections without medication or risk. Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal the precise location and the 1-minute technique that has helped countless men regain their natural strength, even those well into their 80s. Before we get started, take a quick moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss another men's health tip designed to keep you strong, confident, and performing at your best. And I'd love to hear from you. If this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 so I know how to make my next video even more helpful for you. Now that you understand the promise behind this simple 1-minute technique, let's start with the first and most important truth every man over 60 needs to know. Why potency fades with age, and how it's not weakness or failure, but simply a matter of reconnecting your body's natural systems. Section 1. Why most men lose potency after 60. Let me tell you something most doctors never take the time to explain. When a man crosses 60, his body doesn't suddenly stop working. It simply starts whispering instead of shouting. The signals that once fired instantly between your brain, your nerves, and your blood vessels begin to slow down, like an old telephone line filled with static. The desire is still there. The memory of how it used to feel is still there. But the connection, it's weaker. And that's what begins to change everything. You see, 3 systems need to work in perfect harmony for a man to achieve and maintain his firmness. The first is the nervous system, which sends the spark of arousal from your brain down to your body. The second is the circulatory system, which delivers rich, oxygen-filled blood to your pelvic region. And the third is your pelvic muscles, the foundation that holds it all together and keeps things firm when it matters most. With age, each of these systems begins to lose its rhythm. Nerves lose sensitivity. Blood vessels stiffen and narrow, like old garden hoses left out in the sun. And those pelvic muscles, which you can't see but depend on for strength, quietly weaken over time. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. It's simply what years of sitting, stress, medication, and reduced activity do to the male body. Many men think their lack of performance means they've lost their masculinity, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is, your body still remembers. Every nerve, every vessel, every fiber of muscle still carries that original blueprint of youthful energy. It's just been lying dormant, waiting for the right signal to wake it up again. And that's what makes this 1-minute massage so remarkable. Because it's not just a trick or a shortcut, it's a way of speaking to your body in its own language again. By stimulating the right spot, you can reopen those blocked communication lines and bring harmony back to the systems that time has separated. I've seen men who hadn't experienced a natural erection in years regain it within weeks of practicing this method consistently. Their faces light up, not just from the physical change, but from the realization that age hasn't taken their manhood. It only buried it under layers of inactivity and lost circulation. Once you start waking those pathways again, the difference isn't just physical, it's emotional. You feel alive again. Now that you understand what truly causes the loss of potency, let's uncover the secret spot that holds the key to reversing it. the hidden bridge between your strength, your blood flow, and your confidence. Section 2. The secret spot, your perineum. Now that you understand why men lose potency with age, let me tell you about the spot most men never even think about, the perineum. It's a small patch of skin between your scrotum and your anus, but what lies beneath it is far more powerful than you can imagine. Just under that surface rests a network of nerves, blood vessels, and your prostate gland itself, all working together like an electrical control panel for male performance. When you stimulate this area the right way, you're not just touching the skin, you're communicating directly with your body's core vitality system. I remember one of my patients, a retired firefighter in his 70s, who came to me completely defeated. He'd tried everything, pills, pumps, even hormone treatments, but nothing gave him back that natural response. When I showed him this exact technique, his first reaction was disbelief. "You mean this tiny area could change everything?" he said, but within a few weeks of gentle, consistent practice, his morning erections returned, his confidence surged, and he looked at me with tears in his eyes. "Doc," he said, "I feel like myself again." That moment stays with me to this day because it reminds me how resilient the male body truly is when you give it the right kind of attention. Here's what's happening inside you. The perineum is like a pressure gateway sitting right above the prostate and deep pelvic floor muscles. When blood flow slows with age, these tissues become congested, tense, and less responsive. By applying firm, slow, circular pressure to this area, you trigger the pudendal nerve, which activates the muscles that control erections. You also improve circulation to the prostate, helping clear out stagnation that can quietly block function. It's the same principle as unclogging an old pipe. The flow returns when you release what's been trapped inside. The most amazing part? This practice doesn't rely on chemicals or external devices. It uses your own nervous system, your own blood, and your own healing capacity. Every time you perform this massage, you're teaching your body to remember what strength feels like again. You're restoring a pathway that nature designed for you long before modern medicine existed. And once you know exactly how to locate this hidden spot and use it properly, you'll realize why thousands of men have called it the master key to male vitality. In the next section, I'll walk you through the precise steps, how to find it, how to apply pressure safely, and how to unlock its full potential for firmness, control, and renewed energy. Section 3. How to find and massage the spot. Now that you know where this hidden powerhouse lies, let's talk about how to awaken it. I want you to picture this as a conversation between you and your own body, not a mechanical act, not a trick, but a deeply personal connection to the part of you that remembers how to respond. Most men rush through everything in life, but this moment demands slowness, patience, and awareness. The goal isn't pressure alone, it's communication. Start by getting comfortable. I often tell my patients to treat this as a small ritual of self-respect, not an experiment. Sit or lie down somewhere private, where you can relax without distraction. Take a few deep breaths, relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and let your body soften. Now, place your index and middle finger on that soft area of skin between your scrotum and anus. It may feel unfamiliar at first, that's okay. For many men, this is uncharted territory, a part of themselves they've ignored for decades. But beneath that simple patch of skin lies the very foundation of your vitality. Press gently at first. You should feel a subtle firmness underneath, like a small cushion. That's your gateway. Apply steady, moderate pressure. Enough to feel it, but never enough to hurt. Remember, you're not forcing your body to respond, you're inviting it. Once you've found that comfortable balance, begin slow, circular movements. Move clockwise for 30 seconds, then switch directions for another 30. Keep your breathing deep and calm. Inhale through your nose, hold for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Each breath feeds oxygen into your bloodstream, helping the massage reach deeper layers of circulation. As you continue, you may notice warmth spreading through your lower abdomen, or a subtle tingling in your pelvis. That's the sign your nerves are waking up. It's your body saying, "I remember this." Some men even describe it as a peaceful energy that restores both calm and confidence. You might finish that minute feeling more grounded, more alive, and more in touch with yourself than you have in years. It's important to see this not as a one-time exercise, but as a conversation you repeat daily, a reminder to your body that strength and sensitivity are still within reach. Over time, this simple act reopens the very pathways that connect mind, blood, and muscle into one unified rhythm. And if you're wondering how often to do it, when it's most effective, and how to make this routine deliver lasting, powerful results, that's exactly what we'll explore next. Section 4. When and how often to do it. One of the biggest mistakes men make when they first learn this technique is thinking that more is always better. But the truth is, your body responds best to rhythm and consistency, not force or excess. Think of it like training a muscle or learning an instrument. It's not about intensity, it's about showing up every day and allowing your body to remember how to perform naturally again. The best time to do this massage is when your body is relaxed and your mind is calm. I recommend doing it twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. The morning session is especially powerful because your body is already in a natural state of rest and repair. You've just woken up, your blood flow is ready to move, and your hormone levels are at their daily peak. A 1-minute massage here helps activate those pathways, improving circulation for the entire day ahead. It's like flipping a switch that says, "Wake up. It's time to function." Then, before bed, give yourself another 60 seconds. This evening session serves a different purpose. It clears out tension, drains stagnant blood, and promotes deep relaxation in your pelvic region. When you sleep, your body heals, restores, and rebuilds. Doing this before bed allows your blood vessels and nerves to reset overnight, setting the stage for stronger, more spontaneous morning responses. Over time, that's how men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s begin to notice that familiar firmness returning, without any medication or outside help. If you're preparing for intimacy, I found that performing this massage about 15 to 20 minutes beforehand can make a remarkable difference. It's not a magic button, but it primes your system, boosting circulation, increasing sensitivity, and relaxing the muscles that help maintain strength and control. Many of my patients have told me it gives them a sense of quiet confidence, knowing their body is already ready before the moment begins. The most important thing is consistency. One massage won't transform you overnight, but a daily routine will. After a week, most men begin to feel warmth or tingling. After 2 weeks, morning firmness often returns. By week 4, it's as if the body has woken up from a long sleep. That's how real change happens, not in one big leap, but through small, steady reminders that your strength never left. It just needed direction. And once you understand how timing influences results, you'll see why this simple act becomes even more effective when supported by the right habits. Habits that amplify circulation, nerve health, and energy in ways most men never imagine. Let's talk about those next. Section 5. Safety Guidelines. Before you begin this practice, I want to slow things down for a moment and speak to you as both a doctor and a man who's seen what happens when enthusiasm outruns caution. This technique is gentle and natural, but it's still working on one of the most sensitive and vital areas of your body. Treat it with respect. Think of it the way you would a fine-tuned instrument. It responds beautifully when handled with care, but it can easily go out of tune if you push too hard. If you ever feel sharp pain, burning, or soreness during the massage, stop immediately. Your body is trying to tell you something. Mild tenderness is normal at first. It often means that area has been stagnant for years, but anything beyond that should never be ignored. If you have open sores, irritation, or any kind of infection, give yourself time to heal before you attempt this again. And if you've been diagnosed with prostatitis or an enlarged prostate, have a quick conversation with your urologist first. In most cases, this practice is safe and even beneficial, but it's always better to make sure your specific condition won't be aggravated. I once had a patient who was so eager to see results that he overdid it, pressing too firmly and too often. Instead of progress, he ended up with discomfort that took weeks to settle. When he returned, I told him what I'll tell you now. Twice a day for 1 minute each time is more than enough. This technique is about communication, not domination. The body responds best to patience, not pressure. And remember, this massage is not meant to replace medical treatment if you're dealing with deeper health concerns like diabetes, heart disease, or severe erectile dysfunction. In those cases, this practice becomes a supportive ally, a way to strengthen blood flow, awaken nerve pathways, and complement whatever care your doctor has prescribed. It works with your body, not instead of it. I say this because I've seen men regain not only their performance but their hope, simply by learning how to listen to their body again. When you do this right, it doesn't feel mechanical, it feels connected. You become aware of subtle signs of improvement, better circulation, more warmth, renewed energy. And the best part is, every bit of progress you make is yours alone, earned through understanding and consistency. Now that you know how to perform this safely and effectively, let's take a closer look at what's happening beneath the surface. The science behind why this simple, 1-minute touch can awaken your body's entire potency system. Section 6. The science behind the massage. I know some men hear about this technique and think it sounds too simple to be real. How could something as basic as pressing a small spot for 1 minute possibly make that much difference? The answer lies in understanding what's happening beneath your skin, the extraordinary communication between your nerves, your blood vessels, and your pelvic muscles. Once you see how it works, you'll realize it's not magic at all. It's physiology. It's your body doing exactly what it was designed to do. Beneath the perineum runs a network of nerves known as the pudendal nerve. This single nerve is the main messenger between your brain, your pelvic floor, and your genitals. When you apply gentle, steady pressure to that area, you're essentially waking it up. You're sending a rush of electrical signals through that nerve, telling your body to open the blood vessels, relax the muscles, and allow oxygen-rich blood to flow freely again. That's why so many men describe a gentle warmth or tingling sensation when they start doing this. It's the signal traveling through your body, reigniting pathways that may have been dormant for years. But there's more. The prostate gland, which sits just beneath the perineum, plays a major role in male performance and energy. Over time, it can become congested with stagnant fluids, especially if blood circulation isn't optimal. By massaging the perineum externally, you're indirectly stimulating the prostate, improving its function, and helping clear out that congestion. This not only enhances erections, but also supports overall prostate health, something every man over 60 should care deeply about. Another key factor is the blood vessels themselves. Aging can cause the inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, to stiffen, reducing flexibility and limiting blood flow. But research shows that even gentle, consistent stimulation can improve endothelial function. That means your vessels become more responsive again, capable of expanding quickly to fill the chambers of your penis when arousal begins. In other words, you're training your blood vessels to remember how to perform. I've witnessed this transformation countless times in my practice. Men who believed their best days were behind them started to regain natural responses. No pills, no pressure, just persistence. It's a reminder that the body never forgets how to heal. It just needs the right signal to begin. And if you want to make those signals even stronger, if you want to amplify this effect and turn it into a powerful, daily routine for full body vitality, then the next step is where everything starts to come together. Section 7. Boosting results. Naturally. Once you've begun practicing this massage and started feeling those first signs of awakening, it's time to help your body go even further. This is where the right habits can turn a simple technique into a lifelong transformation. Because the truth is, potency doesn't depend on just one thing. It's the harmony between your blood flow, your muscle strength, your nutrition, and your emotional balance. When you support all of these systems together, the results don't just last longer, they become part of who you are. I often tell my patients that the perineum massage is like planting a seed. But even the healthiest seed needs sunlight, water, and good soil to grow. So let's start with the basics: movement. Gentle, consistent exercise is one of the most powerful allies of male vitality. You don't need heavy weights or long gym sessions. Something as simple as a 20 to 30-minute walk each day can make a world of difference. Walking boosts circulation, strengthens your heart, and encourages blood flow to every organ, including the pelvic region. Pair that with a few minutes of pelvic floor exercises, Kegels, after each massage, and you'll notice how your control, endurance, and strength begin to improve. It's like training the very muscles that hold your power. Next is hydration. Most men underestimate how much water affects their energy and performance. Dehydration thickens the blood, slows circulation, and makes it harder for oxygen to reach your tissues. Aim to drink throughout the day, not all at once. Think of every glass of water as fuel for better function, better focus, and better flow. Then there's stress, the silent killer of male performance. Chronic stress tightens blood vessels, drains testosterone, and sends mixed signals to your nervous system. I've met men who were physically healthy but emotionally exhausted, and no supplement could fix that. What did help was learning to breathe deeply, meditate, or simply spend a few quiet moments before bed. This calms the nervous system, which directly supports the same signals the perineum massage is trying to awaken. And finally, I encourage a bit of warmth. Performing your massage in a warm shower or after a hot bath relaxes the muscles and makes the entire experience more comfortable and effective. The warmth itself boosts blood flow and helps your body receive the message you're sending. You see, when you combine these small habits, movement, hydration, relaxation, and warmth, with the daily 1-minute massage, you create a synergy that renews your entire system from the inside out. And if you're ready to see how all these changes come together in just 30 days, let me guide you through a simple challenge that has changed countless men's lives. Section 8. The 30-Day Challenge. Now that you understand how this works and how to support your body naturally, it's time to put it all into practice. I call this the 30-Day Challenge, not because it's difficult, but because it's consistent. This is where you stop being a spectator in your own health and start taking control, 1 minute at a time. I've guided countless men through this same process, and I've seen the transformation it brings, not only to their bodies, but to their confidence, their mood, and even their relationships. Here's how it works. For the next 30 days, commit to performing the 1-minute perineum massage twice a day, once in the morning when you wake up and once before you go to bed. That's it. 2 minutes out of your entire day invested back into yourself. It doesn't matter where you start or how long it's been since you felt your best. What matters is showing up for yourself every single day. During the first week, your main focus is awareness. Learn the technique, find the right pressure, and listen to your body. You might not feel much at first, or maybe just a gentle warmth or tingling. That's your circulation starting to open up. By week 2, many men begin to notice subtle but exciting changes. Stronger morning erections, better sensitivity, and a deeper sense of energy throughout the day. By week 3, something remarkable happens. Your body begins to remember. Those pathways between your nerves, muscles, and blood vessels that were once quiet start communicating freely again. The process becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth, something you do without even thinking. By the 4th week, I often hear the same thing from men I've coached. I feel like myself again. The difference is undeniable. Erections are stronger, endurance lasts longer, and confidence returns in a way that can't be faked or forced. And it's not just physical, it's emotional. There's pride in knowing you did this yourself, that your body responded to your own care and effort. But don't stop at 30 days. Let that month become the foundation for a new habit, a daily ritual of self-respect and vitality. Because the truth is, your body will keep rewarding you as long as you stay consistent. And when you see what this one simple routine can do in a month, you'll want to understand the deeper reason why it works so profoundly, the message it sends to your body, and what it reveals about your inner strength. That's what we'll explore next. Section 9. What this really means for you. At this point, you might be wondering why such a simple act, a minute of touch, a bit of pressure, can bring such profound change. The answer goes far deeper than just blood flow or nerve stimulation. It's about reclaiming connection with your own body, something many men unknowingly lose as the years go by. When you do this massage, you're not just working on tissue, you're reminding your body that it's still alive, capable, and responsive. You're sending a message that strength, pleasure, and vitality are not things of the past, but parts of you waiting to be reawakened. Over my years as a urologist, I've seen a pattern. The moment a man starts to lose confidence in his performance, it seeps into other areas of life, his energy, his focus, even how he carries himself. But when he begins to take small, consistent actions like this, something remarkable happens. He starts walking differently, speaking differently. It's not just about potency, it's about identity. You begin to feel grounded again, powerful, and in control of your own health. And that shift radiates through everything you do. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s reclaim sensations they thought were gone forever. Their eyes light up when they tell me, "Doctor, I didn't think it was possible at my age." But the truth is, it's not only possible, it's natural. The body never forgets how to perform. It just needs the right conditions to remember. And once it does, that spark returns. Steady, strong, and deeply satisfying. This technique is more than physical therapy. It's self-trust rebuilt through touch. Every minute you spend doing it says, "I believe my body can still respond." And that belief, backed by the science and consistency of your daily routine, creates results that last. You're not relying on a pill, a machine, or a procedure. You're relying on your own biology. So as you move forward, think of this not as a short-term fix, but as a lifelong ritual of maintenance and renewal. Because when you treat your body with respect, it responds with strength. When you nurture circulation and nerve health, vitality follows. And when you reconnect with yourself, every part of your life begins to feel alive again. Now that you understand the meaning and purpose behind this practice, let's bring everything together with one final message. A reminder of what's truly possible when you commit to your health, your strength, and your confidence. Section 10. The final message. Reclaiming what's rightfully yours. If you've stayed with me this far, it means you're ready for something more than just information. You're ready for transformation. Because this isn't just about learning a technique. It's about remembering who you are as a man. I've sat across from thousands of men over the past 3 decades, and the story is almost always the same. They whisper about losing their strength, their drive, their spark. They say, "Doctor, I just don't feel like myself anymore." And every single time, I tell them the same truth. You haven't lost it. You've just stopped speaking the language your body understands. That 1-minute massage, done with focus and consistency, is more than a routine. It's a reconnection. It's a conversation between you and your body, saying, "I'm still here. I still care. Let's wake up again." And the moment your body responds, that first sign of warmth, that familiar morning firmness, it's not coincidence. It's proof that your body has been waiting for you to listen. I know men who tried everything, pills, injections, devices, and felt defeated when the results faded. But when they began this simple, natural routine, something changed. They weren't chasing performance anymore. They were nurturing it. Within weeks, they saw results not because of something external, but because they had reactivated what was already within them. That's the beauty of this practice. It doesn't give you something artificial. It gives you back something that's always been yours. When you commit to this process, 60 seconds in the morning, 60 before bed, you're doing more than restoring potency. You're restoring pride, confidence, and self-respect. You're proving that age does not define power, and that vitality doesn't vanish. It just needs a nudge, a reminder, a spark, and it's never too late. I've seen men at 70 and 80 stand taller, laugh louder, and live fuller simply because they took 2 minutes a day to reconnect with themselves. So as you move forward, remember this: your body is not against you, it's waiting for you. Every breath, every touch, every pulse of circulation you awaken is a step back toward the man you were always meant to be. Don't let hesitation or doubt steal that from you. Start tonight. Give your body the signal it's been missing. Because what happens next, what unfolds when you truly commit to your strength and your health, is something you have to feel to believe. And in the closing words, I'll tell you exactly why this might be the most important minute you ever give yourself. Section 11. The conclusion. A new beginning for your strength. Gentlemen, if there's one message I want you to take from everything we've shared, it's this. Your body is not broken. It's not too old, too tired, or too far gone. It's simply waiting for you to remind it how to work the way it was designed to. Every nerve, every vessel, every muscle in your pelvic region still remembers its purpose. You just have to wake it up. And with this 1-minute massage, you're doing exactly that. You're reigniting the connection between your mind and your body, between confidence and performance, between who you were and who you still are. I've seen this transformation too many times to doubt it. Men in their 60s who thought they'd never experience natural firmness again. Men in their 70s who'd lost all confidence in their ability to perform. And men in their 80s who'd quietly accepted that their best days were behind them. Yet within weeks of practicing this simple, daily technique, I watched their entire posture change. They spoke with new energy. They smiled more. They stopped looking down in embarrassment and started looking forward with pride. Because when you reclaim your physical strength, something powerful happens inside you. It changes how you see yourself. You've learned why potency fades with age, how this technique restores circulation and nerve activity, and how consistency turns small daily actions into lasting transformation. You've understood the safety rules, the science, and the supporting habits that make this work even better. But what truly matters is that you now have something no pill can ever give you, a sense of control. The knowledge that your strength comes from within, and you have the ability to restore it naturally anytime you choose. So tonight, as you lie in bed, I want you to remember this. You are not past your prime. You are entering a new chapter where wisdom meets vitality, where discipline replaces doubt, and where confidence is built not on promises, but on action. Take 60 seconds. Find that spot. Breathe deeply. Feel the warmth return. Do it again tomorrow morning. Make it a ritual, a quiet moment of respect for yourself and the life you still have to live. Your body has been whispering for years. It's time to listen. Because what's waiting on the other side of consistency isn't just better performance. It's freedom. It's pride. It's that unshakable energy that makes you feel alive again. So take this step, and I promise, your body will answer. And when it does, you'll understand that true potency never leaves a man. It only waits for him to believe again.